The hero speaks boldly. Go then, the rest of Castle Oblivion awaits. Walk the avenues of latent memory, and you shall meet someone dear to you.
I've got a bad feeling about this. We should have brought our Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Hey, relax, Jiminy. I'm ready for any tricks he's got up his sleeve. How hard can it be to figure out these cards? All I have to do is use one in front of that door over there. All right, so we get the Key of Beginnings. I wish I could say we were done with the tutorials, but I think we've got one more to deal with. And in case you guys haven't figured it out, a lot of Chain of Memories is basically revisiting worlds you visited in the first game. Since that's what they had the rights for, except one, and that is Tarzan. Tarzan, unfortunately, Kingdom Hearts, Square Enix, and Disney kind of landed themselves in a little bit of legal hot water after Kingdom Hearts 1. And so, unfortunately, Tarzan didn't make a return because of all of the license issues surrounding it. So you do not get to see the deep jungle again, but in exchange for that, if you did play Chain of Memories before Kingdom Hearts 2, you got an added bonus. You got to see a world from Kingdom Hearts 2. I'm not going to spoil which one. You guys get to see as we come along to it. And now you kind of see how the combat works in Chain of Memories. Basically, you hit the enemy, and then you get put into a random battle where you take out roughly 2 to 3 waves of Heartless, and in turn are able to earn experience via these gems. In other words, game is complicated. It really is. So there you go. We have Tranquil Darkness now. To open the doors, well, Andrea already knows how to do this, so she'll show you how to open doors.
Yep.
And that is by grabbing the knob and twisting. I'm kidding.
Grabbing the knob.
By grabbing the knob and turning it slightly counterclockwise.
So this is going to indicate how to get through. You have different sets of types of cards, and you need to match it to how much it requires.
Yep. So we just need to select a card.
Like this.
Wow, Andrea's really getting into the tutorial spirit right now. It's kind of scary. There you go. So now that you've used your card, this also can influence what the room next to you is going to be.
Hence, this card is a save point where there's no enemies, but just a save area.
Yep. Yay! So now we have this save point that's really helpful, and it also can be very helpful when trying to grind in these areas. So let's go ahead and skip saving for now, Andrea, and then we'll keep going. The other thing, too, you got to get used to in Chain of Memories is breaking objects. Breaking objects actually gives you... I'm trying to remember, is it card points? Or is it also experience?
You get experience. Well, no, you don't get experience for breaking boxes. You get either health or you get, like,
that's right,
points.
Health or points. So at that point, let's go ahead and open up the next door.
And you have a 2. Here we go.
Yay! By the power of the cards! I'm sure we'll find a way to make Heart of the Cards jokes. Like, I'm going to make this joke quite often. There's going to be a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! References in this Let's Play. Just because of, well, it's a card game.
So here we are grinding and see if we can level up. You only level up mostly by doing battles like these.
Now, one question I do want to answer, a lot of Kingdom Hearts fans that haven't necessarily played a whole lot of other games have this question a lot when it comes to Chain of Memories. Why cards? Why do that? Believe it or not, card games as RPGs is a big thing in Japan. I know of quite a number of properties that have actually done the card game RPG, like Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball actually had a bunch of popular RPGs on the NES of all things that were card games, kind of thing. The other one that comes to mind is actually another Kingdom Hearts game. Kingdom Hearts Key roughly runs on a card system. Square Enix has a lot of RPGs that actually run on a card system. It's a very popular thing in Japan. That's why they did it this way. Unfortunately, Chain of Memories didn't really catch on here. It's really Chain of Memories that caught on in the States, because they basically incorporated Kingdom Hearts combat with the cards to be able to make it all work. I'm just trying to think. Have you actually played a game that was a card game, aside from like Yu-Gi-Oh or stuff like that? Have you actually played like a card game RPG?
Like as a game, or like straight physical cards?
Like as a card, like a video game. That's like everything is based around cards.
I only played a little sample of Chain of Memories on
Game Boy Advance.
That was it.
Okay, so now that you've leveled up, these are usually what you're going to get handed. So basically, you could choose between an HP boost. You could also choose CP, which is basically magic points in this game, but it's card points. It allows you to have more cards in your deck. And then also, you can learn what are called slights. Slights are basically a combo of cards that allow you to pull off a powerful ability in Kingdom Hearts.
So for this one, we can learn Sliding Dash,
which would be helpful for us right now.
So if you get a slate move, usually I like to go for them as soon as they become available.
Yeah.
Otherwise, when you level up, you either get a choice between this one or this one.
Mm-hmm. And I have a feeling a lot of our grinding sessions are going to involve CP, because we have to keep our decks fairly high just to be able to incorporate a lot of the nastier cards later on, right?
Yep.
Yep. And so this actually shows you what you need to do. You have to have a total value of 10 to 15 with your attack cards, and then you can do a sliding dash.
Yep.
So what you would basically do in your combat is you'd pool them together, and then that would score a sliding dash. Yeah. Oh no! Now, if you can get the jump on enemies, you get what's the RPG equivalent of a preemptive attack. So you get first strike, everybody's stunned. That's not the case here, as the enemy got it first, so you basically get the equivalent of a back attack, which is their preemptive strike. Oh no, you got Sleeping Darkness. You better not wake it up, Andrea. Are you thinking about waking that up?
No.
No, you don't wake up the Sleeping Darkness. It'll give you more parking tickets. Alright, so we're back into combat, and this is actually a preemptive strike. So you saw everybody was stunned. And of course, Andrea's excited because we are finally getting back into Kingdom Hearts. People might remember way back at E3, we actually asked you guys on Twitter, after the game that we were working on at that time, which was Prince of Persia, because we were considering going back to Kingdom Hearts in honor, or in basically hyping ourselves up for Kingdom Hearts 3. Okay, so we leveled up again. So unfortunately, we can't get a slight because we already did.
So then you can just choose between one of the two. I know they recommend saying you want to do get many CP boosts as you can.
Yep.
But I also like to get HP, so I alternate between the two.
That's fine. Yep. A lot of veteran RPG players will also kind of do that, and then eventually, once your HP gets to a comfortable level, then they might just devote themselves entirely to CP, so that at that point they can get the really cool nuking slides, but they'll also still have a fairly high health pool.
Oh yeah,
kind of thing. So it's all very helpful. You can play the game how you want. That's the other thing too that really works for Kingdom Hearts is it's not built for the hardcore of RPG players. It's built for somebody basically coming in brand spanking new. And by design, because a lot of people that came to Kingdom Hearts didn't know what Final Fantasy was. So at that point, Disney was what brought them in, and so they might not necessarily have played basic games like Pokemon. This had to be just as basic. People wonder why Kingdom Hearts has such a lasting appeal. It's because anybody can pick it up and play it. But like I said, yeah, so we basically asked just before we finished up Prince of Persia if we could come and do this. You guys thankfully agreed with us, and here we are. We're going to at least play through Chain of Memories, and I guess at some point we'll take on Kingdom Hearts 3, but I don't know. We're still debating on whether or not to keep you guys waiting on that. Whether or not to go and play the other games before we pick up Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, yeah.
We'll figure that out as we go along. Let's go ahead and open up the door, though.
So when you open this kind of a door, it's going to require that key of beginnings right there. That's the gold one.
Yep, so this is kind of a plot door, basically.
Yeah. And there's like 3 different plot doors, and this is the first one. So we're going to need a card that is 1 or greater than. So we will see what we got available.
Yep. Oh, are you gonna finally wake the sleeping darkness? Are you sure? Are you sure you want to wake up the sleeping darkness?
Zeros usually can take care of mostly those. We could do one of these. So
Let's see. If you have a friend card appears at the start. Oh, okay. All right.
we'll do that
works.
one. And then we'll need the key.
You could also kind of rig some of these plot rooms, because if you have to have like a boss encounter, you can make it favor you, kind of thing. So keep that in mind. Oh, and so this is gonna look familiar. I'm lost. Fighting alone isn't as easy as I thought. Yeah, dumbass. Oh, hi. Ah! Don't pop out of nowhere like that. I was unzipping my pants.
Hey, it's not our fault. We don't know what's going on.
Who are you again? Yuck. Dad? Pluto?
Things keep getting stranger. What's Pluto doing here?
There's nothing strange about that. We came to Traverse Town with Pluto, didn't we?
Did we?
No, wait. According to my journal, it was before you met Sora that you came to town with Pluto.
What? He's right. We were chasing after Pluto, and that's how we ended up in Castle Oblivion.
But aren't we in Traverse Town? Well, it's not really Traverse Town. I think the card created this Traverse Town inside Castle Oblivion. Who cares about that? I'm a kid. I don't have that kind of attention span. It's all too confusing. I don't know where we are, but let's keep moving forward, defeating Heartless. We'll get somewhere. That's usually how these games go, right? You better be careful, or it's the Heartless that are going to defeat you. Now, just for you guys, I'm going to give you a sneak peek of what's about to happen in Final Fantasy VIII. Are you ready? Are you ready, everybody?
Yep.
Leon, it's you! What are you doing in Castle Oblivion? Castle Oblivion? What are you talking about? This is Traverse Town, duh! And how do you know my name? Who are you? Can you get the hint? Squall might get a little emo in coming parts of Final Fantasy VIII. Huh? Why are you so emo? I've never met the likes of you before. Now leave me alone. Quit playing, Leon. We all fought the Heartless together. You know that. My name is Squall. Gosh. Look, I don't know what you're talking about, okay? I don't even know your names. You don't? Oh, sorry. You don't? Sorry. Gosh. Andrea's laughing so hard right now. I can't believe it. How can you have forgotten about us? Kind of like my parking tickets. I feel for you, okay? But you've got the wrong guy. It happens all the time. Don't take it so personally, Sora. I am totally loved by all the girls. No, he's not.
Question mark. You do know his name.
Now, hold on. Gosh, why do I know your name?
Because he's got a parking ticket.
I know, right? You think Leon's just kidding around?
If he is, it's not funny. Sora's really upset.
I can hear you guys talking behind me. Who's kidding around, Goofy? You and Donald are the ones who...
Hey!
I don't get it. Something's wrong with my memory. Gosh.
You guys are giving me such a headache.
No. This voice is. What's happening here? I want to go home and listen to my Linkin Park. I think that's you.
I don't know, Leon. Maybe Eris was onto something after all.
Yes, I officially prevent you from saying Aerith. It's Eris. Get it right, people.
She says she sensed some uncanny kind of power
You mean the X-Men are here?
and asks us to look into it. Well, this is as uncanny as it gets.
No.
Maybe you should take Sora to see Eris.
Yuffie, you know my name.
Yep, looks like you know mine too.
Which is amazing because the entire Final Fantasy fan base doesn't know who you are. Oh snap. You know him? Gosh!
Nope, total stranger, but I definitely know his name.
And this is the point where Sora would be like all anime going, "Pah!"
Strange, yes, but convenient. We can skip the introductions.
Kind of like those parking tickets. How is it that you can accept this situation so easily? I don't get you. Girls are hard.
Well, I'm gonna run ahead and fill Eris in. Leon, you give them the grand tour.
I told you all, my name is Skull.
See you later. And I'm taking the dog too.
And your parking tickets. I don't know where that came from. It just came. I guess it's no use pondering over it. Come on, follow me. But there are heartless wandering around the town, okay? I better teach you how to protect yourself in battle, or she's gonna get mad at me again. Girls are hard. See the number printed on the cards? They range from 0 to 9. Higher numbers mean stronger cards. If you and your enemy both play a card at the same time, the higher one wins. You played War before, right? Go on, try it out. Now, before people jump down my throat, this is not the default Squall voice, but I'm just going to go ahead and point this out. In Final Fantasy VIII, Squall has a lot of internal monologues where he's battling himself inside, and that's the voice. So he's gonna be battling with his inner emo throughout the whole game, because that's what it is. See how it works? Gosh! Playing a card higher than your opponent and breaking through their defenses is called a card break. Why do I have to tell you? Playing a lower card results in your attack being deflected. Even powerful cards can be deflected if the enemy's card is higher. Whoever is on the losing side of a break is left wide open to attacks. Don't let that person be you. Gosh! Cards with 0 as their value are special because they're 0. No matter what card the enemy plays, you can break it with a 0 card. And I love the fact that I'm like literally seeping into other voices while I'm doing this. It's actually amazing. But if you play the 0 card too soon, the enemy can break it with any card that they play, and you're gonna look like a total dumbass! In other words, it's the most powerful card if it comes in last, and useless if it comes first. Get it? Got it? Got it! Try to make the most of it, okay? Card values also affect the kind of the cost of assembling a deck. Keep that in mind. Now it's time to teach you how to stock cards. Okay, now I'm gonna stop doing the emo voice, but there you go. You guys have that to look forward to in Final Fantasy VIII. You don't have to use, so just go ahead and go through the tutorial since you already kind of know what you're doing. See, now I've given Andrea a reason to watch Final Fantasy VIII. She's like, it can't be that bad, can it? And then she's gonna watch it and go, oh my gosh, it is. Oh, jeez. And the emo voice gave me the hiccups, damn it. That's what I get. I love Squall dearly, but he is a fairly emo character, and so I have to at least make fun
And
of
there's
that
our
concept.
sliding dash.
Combo attacks aren't the only benefit of stocking cards. Choose your cards carefully, and you can unleash special abilities called slides, okay? Slides come in all varieties, and each has its own unique card combination. You should try it once you've collected more cards and learned a slide or two. Okay, so at that point, he doesn't really give too much after that, but keep one thing in mind. Every time you use stocked cards, you lose the first card you picked. You can't reload it. The lost card won't return until the end of the battle, so you have to be careful about it.
Yep.
Relying only on slides will cause your cards to run out. That means trouble. So you also want to keep some spare cards just in case you can't get your slight. Think you've got the hang of it, Sora? Yeah, more or less. I'll pick up the rest when I fight some real battles. Here, I found this lying around. You take it. Remember what I told you, and make good use of it. And stop bothering me, okay?
Do you have a slight personality problem?
No! Just wait. I'm actually going to encourage you. Watch Final Fantasy VIII, because his inner monologue, like, involves maybe 2 or 3 people at one given moment, all right?
Yeah.
So, I think you'd have fun with it. It's like Deadpool. We're going to play it a lot like Deadpool. All right, so I think that's roughly all the tutorials we'll have to deal with, at least for the moment. They'll at least let us explore the rest of Traverse Town. So at that point, maybe it'll be a good idea for us to make our way to the save point.
Oh, yeah.
And go and get some grinding done, because, well, you actually do have to do some grinding in this game, and it's mostly grinding for cards.
Oh,
as
yeah.
well as unleashing the map so that we can get other access to cards. So with that being said, I think it's actually a good time for us to take a break. So once again, thank you guys so much for joining us on this journey, and when we come back in Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories, we will finish out the map in Traverse Town and continue on in Castle Oblivion.